So, the deputy leader of the Liberal Democrats, Daisy Cooper, took it upon herself to publicly slander Tommy Robinson in the House today.
Daisy Cooper.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I think that Hong Kongers will require a lot more reassurance and action from this government. But it is not just the Chinese government that is a threat to our country. On Monday, the far-right, racist hate preacher Tommy Robinson, who is currently on trial for allegedly refusing to comply with counter-terror police, claimed that his legal costs are being paid by Elon Musk. It is outrageous that a man who has so much control over what people read online every day could be funding someone who stokes far-right extremism on our streets. If this was Putin, the government surely would act. So will the Prime Minister commission the security services to assess the threat that Elon Musk poses to our democracy and recommend measures to this House that we can take to stop it?
Yeah. Well, I can tell her we do look across the board at threats to our democracy and must continue to do so. I won't comment on the particular case given the state of legal proceedings.
So far-right racist hate preacher, eh? Now, I'm not going to be rude to Daisy Cooper. I'm far too polite for that. And that's not what we do, for we are better than that. We are better than her. But what I will do tonight is tell Daisy Cooper a few home truths, undeniable facts, in stark contrast to her blatant lies, both to the House and to the country. You see, firstly, Stephen Yaxley Lennon has never been found guilty of any race hate related crimes, nor has he been charged with any genuine terrorism offences. In fact, most, if not all, of his crimes have been fabricated or exaggerated by the state simply to silence his message, just as she attempted to do in the House today with her vitriolic lies. Tommy, or Stephen, whichever name she prefers to use, has never, ever been afforded the courtesy of a trial by jury. Just think about that for a moment and ask why. And he has served one sentence after another, often in solitary confinement, based on nothing more than his politics and his revealing journalism rather than any offence that has ever offered a genuine threat or danger to the wider public. So much for you being a Liberal Democrat, eh, Daisy? On the contrary, Tommy's courageous journalism has genuinely and unquestionably saved the lives of many young girls. And he has done more to highlight their horrific ordeals than every single member in the House combined, including you and your entire shameful party, many of whom voted against the inquiry into the grooming gang scandal, which tells us everything we need to know about the Lib Dems, doesn't it? Miss Cooper, know this. To the nation and to our children, the name Tommy Robinson isn't just a person, it's an entire movement. Stephen Lennon is, of course, the real hero, the man that cares for us, for our country, for our culture and our future. The bad news for you, Daisy, is this. Nobody believes your lies anymore. You're running out of allies, you're running out of victims, and politically, you are running out of time, and you know it. And it shouldn't be lost on any of us that this nonsensical speech that you gave today is precisely the type of vile and dangerous rhetoric that killed Charlie Kirk and almost killed President Trump. You should be utterly ashamed. And the irony of all of this is that historically, when trouble comes our way as a nation, it's people like you, Daisy Cooper, who hide under a table whilst calling on people like Tommy to come to your rescue. And of course, whilst hate and anti-Semitism is running wild, whilst our children are being abused, whilst our streets are no longer safe for our women, this woman chooses to spend her precious time in Parliament worrying about a journalist having the capability of receiving decent and proper legal representation. You see, Daisy Cooper, the likes of Tommy, Stephen, will be remembered in 1,000 years' time like many other great British heroes before him, whilst you, I'm afraid, will be remembered by absolutely no one. I dare you, just for a moment, to consider that and ask yourself why.